can't just walk out the house like without asking or anything.
Might lose your head or something, huh? You like your head, don't you? Mama knock it off your block, won't she? Okay. Thank you, man. Give him a hand. I want you to pull out something to write with. Turn on the back of your page. Write down your definition of a man. We're going to do this real quick. I'm going to give you about 60 seconds to write down your definition of a man. We got some brothers in the room, some seasoned brothers. I see some gray around here. We're going to share their perspective. My definition of a man when I was 12 versus being 41 is different. Excuse me, stay with your sister first. Boy. No. Kick the sister first, but you might lose a toe or something. I put my mom's purse on the floor one time by accident, boy. About killed me. I need 100% participation. What? You got your definition now? Who wants to share? Anyone want to share their definition? There's no wrong answers. Don't be looking off your friend's paper. We want your definition from your perspective. Go ahead, sir.
Financially responsible, accepting responsibility for their actions, stepping up to the challenge of daily life. Consistency. One that doesn't give in to peer pressure. He's a mentor. He knows his place in this community. Respects women. Respects himself. Know who he is.
It's real. You hit on all of them, didn't you? Anybody else? Stand up, son. We're going to get you ready to start presenting.
I put my definition of a man is someone who takes responsibility of their actions.
Take responsibility for their actions, okay? Stand up. Take a straw out of your mouth, son. There you go.
My definition of a man was a person that take care of his family, pay bills, be accountable for their actions, and yeah.
Okay. Stand up.
Well, man, brave, respectful, smart.
Brave, respectful, and smart, okay? What about you, sir?
Mature, responsible for his own action, looks out for women and children.
All right. What makes a man leave his kids, man? I look at my babies, man, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I have a 5-year-old daughter, soon to be 5. Son just turned 14 yesterday. And I didn't have a father growing up, but, you know, I couldn't imagine leaving my children. I don't care if I'm getting along with mom or not, it don't matter. Those are my kids. I still don't understand that. Anybody? Anybody? That's one thing I don't understand. Anybody understand that? Mm-hmm. What makes a man leave his children crying and hungry just to get a piece of butter?
Get a piece of what?
Catch that on your way home. Go ahead.
I know why a man might leave their children. They might leave their children, like say their children like bringing bad things to your house and stuff. They're always causing trouble. They got people coming to your house every day to regard some stuff that they did, stuff like that.
Well, I think it don't matter how bad your kids is, because you can sit down and talk to them and help them on their way. You can help them. I mean, it's a way to change them.
Yeah, that's a good point. What's your name, young man? Chris Perkins. Mr. Perkins just made a good point. I was doing the fatherhood conference in Youngstown, Ohio, and I had a man come up to me and he told me he was not coming around his kids because he didn't have any money. I said, brother, how much does it cost you to grab your daughter by the hand and take her to the park and push her in the swing and talk to her? That doesn't cost you anything. Does that cost any money? It doesn't cost anything. So we got to stop getting caught up in the money situation. I know some people have been hit with hard times. But being a parent is more than being financial, even though being financial is important. But it's more than that. Yes, sir.
I think you could add fear into the equation. Fear of being responsible and fear of the situation that you're faced with.
Living in fear and not faith. Okay?
I think that changes the argument.
Some young men, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that, once again, everybody's not, cut out to be a dad. So in order to be a dad, you have to want it. And I can't say that with enough emphasis, because to want it means persevering through difficult times. It means that you may have to do some things that you may not ordinarily have done, but because you are a father, you do those things. You take on responsibilities that you go down roads that you may not have gone down before, because as a father, you have that responsibility.
You do it, and as a father, and as a father who was raised without a father, and my father didn't know his father, and his father didn't know his father. When I became a father, those instincts just came natural for me. I wasn't perfect, but I knew my kids had to eat. And I knew in order for them to eat, I had to work. So there's a party going on, and they don't have anything to do with me making any money. Cause I used to, when I played briefly in the NFL, I used to be a bouncer, and I used to do all that stuff. I would go to parties, but I would make money while I was there. They're not paying me a couple $100, $200 or $300 a night plus tips. I ain't coming because I have a child to feed. Let me hear from him first, then we go to you.
Well, all my dad said to me, because he know that I stay protected and everything. But he said just stay protected. Just try to keep your pants on.
That's it. You just made a good point. See, if you don't pull your pants down, you don't get in trouble. See, some of you getting yourself in trouble because you want to take the risk. Let me tell you young men something. When you decide to act like grown folks, be able to be responsible. And how many of you like girls? Raise your hand. 2 hands. Feet 2 if you can get them up. All right, we're in the right room. Put your feet down. Let me tell you guys something. Next time you want to call yourself laying down, acting like grown folks, married folks, get a good look at her. What's your name, man? Huh? Jarice. Study her, man. Look at her. Look at her for about 30 minutes. Keep the light, with the light on. I want you to get a good look at her because I need you to ask yourself a question. Ask yourself, can I look at her for the next 20 years? At least 20 years to life. 20 years especially. Ask yourself, can I look at her for the next 20 years? What's your name, man? Yeah. Darius? Can you look at her for the next 20 years? Yeah. Can you? Can you look at her? What about you? Can you look at her for 20 years? All right. Can you look at her for 20 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
How old are you, man?
13.
Keep living. Make your voice, sir. I'm going to go ahead and keep moving forward. We're doing attributes of a man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that, especially for our young brothers that are in right now, unless we teach them.
That's why I was sharing what you wrote.
Yeah, unless we teach them how to be
Yep.
men and fathers, they're proving us on a daily basis that they're going to prove to us that they're going to be fathers, because that's why the rate of our young black males that are having kids, as well as the young ladies, is going up, and in certain places even worse. So whether they're ready or not, they're doing it.
So we're thinking about the pleasure,
That's right.
but we're not thinking about the responsibility.
Right. So we have to teach them.
Let me challenge that. I'm sorry, I can't let that go.
No, go ahead.
The rate of teen pregnancy over the last 20 to 30 years has actually gone down.
I beg to differ with that, brother, because I know at my high school we got about 20 young ladies that are pregnant.
That's at your high school. That's a
Well,
microcosm.
I'm down south.
Hold on, brother. We're not gonna fight. Both of y'all making good points. Well, let me share this. Whether it's 20 at your high school or whether it's gone down, it's happening.
Yeah.
And that's the point we're making. So both of you are right. But it's still happening. And to your point, sir, even though it's happening, it's not being addressed. We have young men every day are becoming fathers, but nobody's teaching them how to be fathers.
That's right.
They're taking the risk, but they're not responsible. And that's why we have so many young men